What's up, people? It's your boy Patrick Cherry back again for a special episode of The Dungeon. You know, I wasn't expecting to do this again till next week, but everything that's going on, I have to say something. It's just not right. You know, before I start, I have to, say, good job, Governor Edwards. For standing strong with the family and everybody uh, with what happened down there in Baton Rouge. The media and everybody is trying to overshadow what happened down there in Baton Rouge. And I mean, okay, he had a past. He wasn't supposed to have a gun. Um, Police records say he was a registered sex offender. All that's coming out now because he's dead. Okay, that still doesn't give you the right to kill that man in the middle of the street. And then say he had a gun, but plenty different camera angles. The shop owner, the shop, the shop owner, he had a video, and he showed one side, and it was plenty other people showing a different side, and they showed that one cop was kneeling on one hand and had another hand in his hand. So where was the gun? They're not letting that be known. And it's sad that as I was doing my podcast yesterday, another brother died in Minnesota, and I would like to say good job to that governor. He had to admit that you know racism is still alive. People just concealing it. Kanye said it best. I know a lot of people don't like Kanye right now, but he told the truth on that. And the governor said that there's nothing he can say. It's the proof is in the pudding. It's right there. That cop should not have shot that man in the car with a child in the back seat. He shouldn't have. He 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 did nothing. Nothing wrong. Okay, it's coming out that he had a gun in the car, but he was also a concealed carry license holder. So that means he could have that gun inside his car. He could have had it on his person. As long as he wasn't firing it, it was nothing wrong. Or does the Second Amendment not mean anything to anybody anymore? Now, what's going on in Dallas as we speak, and my heart is breaking watching this stuff play out on TV, on Facebook, you know, various social medias. It's sad. They came to a peaceful protest. It started out as a peaceful protest, and it just got completely out of hand. My heart goes out to those 11 officers that were shot, the four that was killed, and the one civilian that was shot. My heart goes out to all of them. Is We should not be doing this. We should not be doing this. Violence doesn't do anything but beget violence. It's okay, you kill us, we kill you. When does it end? It never ends. So why are we doing this? Why can't we just like so many people are saying? I saw Chris Brown talking about it. I saw of course Jesse Williams saying something. I saw Ted Cruz saying something. We can't just bring violence to those that bring violence. It doesn't. At the time, it may make sense to some whose head is not completely, um, whose head is not completely, clear. But it's too much going on. Yeah, do I believe there's a war about to happen? Yes. It's about to be another civil war. I've been saying it for years. And it's sad that it's about to be black versus white. That's what it's boiling down to. That's what the media, that's what is the news is trying to get started. I saw somebody on Facebook say they're just trying to distract us. They are. They really are. They're trying to take away. They smoke and mirrors, as one of my professors said. They say focus on this over here while we do this over here, and that's what's going on. It's a lot going on. They doing all this so we won't be as concerned about the elections in November, because it's a lot of dirty stuff going on behind those elections, but they don't want us to pay attention to that, because if we focus our attention on that, we see how Trump is wrong, and Trump doesn't make a good presidential candidate. He did all this arguing about taxes and showing your tax returns and showing your birth certificates, but he hasn't done any of that. Or they don't want us to see what's going on with Hillary Clinton and her investigation, and how that keeps getting flip flop. First she's not at fault. Now they're investigating to see if she's still at fault for something else, and it's just all something is not right about this election. Bottom line. And now, like I said, now we got this stuff going on in Dallas. We should not be trying to honor these men, so to speak. And when I say honor, I mean we should not be sitting here saying that these men should not be killed for doing nothing, but yet go out and kill police that's doing nothing. That doesn't make sense. How can we as a people go out and kill police officers and say it's because y'all killing us? The ones that's killing us, y'all are not killing. The ones that's shooting us, y'all are not shooting. They're at their home, watching TV, laughing at you. It doesn't make sense. We're doing a lot of stupid stuff. And behind what? What are we doing this behind? I mean, come on, we're not doing anything but making it worse for us, making it worse for our kids. I saw where Ricky Smiley said, if we want to get them in their pockets. Boycott. Don't shop at certain places. And it'll cause a hurt. But it's a non-violent hurt. He said, if it's a problem, he said, what was one? He said, don't take your kids to school till 12. He was saying different things that can help, help bring awareness and all this other stuff to what's going on. We don't need to go out there and call ourselves being vigilantes and trying to take down the police. Like I said yesterday, not all police are bad. I know several police officers personally, and they're not bad. Not all police officers are bad. Yeah, it's a lot of corrupt police officers out there. Just like it's a lot of bad black people out there, but not all black people are bad. Just like it's bad white people out there, but not all white people are bad. But right now we can't see that. All we see is the color. Black, white, blue. And that's not helping anything. That's not helping the cause. What cause are we fighting? We need to cut this out. We need to do something, and we need to do something quick, but we also need to do something that's non-violent. It's too much stuff going on out here today for for us to just sit back and just act like act like we're not above the law. Bottom line, we're not above the law. No matter what some of us may feel, no matter what some of us may believe, we're not above the law. Even though some will argue that the laws was not made for us. We even had presidents say that the laws were not made for us. Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the Declaration of Independence, stated himself that the Declaration of Independence was not made for black people. He said he wrote that with the intention of black people rising up together as a people and going back to Africa. Thomas Jefferson. You know, we have to wake up. You have to understand what's going on. Yeah, it's messed up as a black person in America, you know, that this is our home, but we're not being welcome in our home. This country was built off the blood, off the sweat, off the tears of our ancestors. And now in 2016, we're seeing what our ancestors went through. People are getting lynched in 2016, getting hung up in a tree in Atlanta. Nobody saying anything. Cops are killing black people left and right, day in and day out. For what? Because you wake up every morning, you put on your nicely starched, dry cleaned suit, shine up your badge real nice, and you go out with a vendetta. But let me tell you something. Those of you that do that, those police officers that do that and wake up every morning with a personal vendetta against another person because of the color of their skin, you're no better than the person that doesn't like you because of the suit that you put on. Remember that. Your job is to protect and serve. You are here to protect us. I talked about it yesterday. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. They do. They matter more now than they ever did. We cannot afford to be separated. Because let me tell you something. Yeah, black folks are rising up together today because they feel like we can take down the quote unquote white man. But those same brothers you fighting arm in arm with to take down the white man, to take down the police, will stab you in the back as soon as y'all finish. The problem is not the police. Correction. The whole problem is not the police. Some of the police are the problem. Some. But we, as black people, we're also the problem. Because we're killing each other. I can't say this enough. We need to stop killing each other. When we stop killing each other and we start loving each other and helping our brother that's fallen, Then and only then can we rise up against the hatred that this country was built on. It's 2016. We have a black president. But nothing's changed. And I didn't state that we have a black president because I was expecting something to change. Nothing's going to change. Our country is built on old money. Old money doesn't change. We have all these new young people that can make a difference. That can make a difference. But how many? How many are really going to make a difference? I challenged every viewer. I challenged every viewer yesterday to stand up, to help, change something. We need more positivity. Where are our leaders? Where are our leaders at? We have no leaders. You know what? I'm not going to say we don't have any leaders. We have leaders. We do have leaders. You know, Jesse Williams, he crept up on y'all out of nowhere. If that brother continues to do what he's doing, he's going to be a strong, prominent activist. He can help build a bridge between the races. We have David Banner. David Banner is out there every day talking. People need to listen. Just because he's not rapping anymore doesn't mean what he's saying is any less important than the lyrics he wrote. You need to listen. We can't go out here and raise hell and expect something to change. It would never happen. We need to come together, people. The time is now, because if we don't, we're in for a world of hurt. We're in for a world of hurt. We're going to literally rip this country in half. And for what? To say that white people are better than black people? To say that black folks are not as what? I can't even finish that statement, because we are as influential, if not more, than anybody else in this country. It's the truth. But we have to come together. We really do. I was looking at video footage of what was going on in Dallas, and you see white people and black people side by side protesting. Why can't we do that with everything else? You know, I saw a meme on Facebook where it was a black baby hugging a white baby, and they said, "You're not born with racism. You're taught it." So, if you're taught racism, that means we should be able to unteach it. That's what we really need to do. We really need to unteach this hatred. You have people, you have people that's torn because of their interracial backgrounds. You have you have people that's this. You know what? People need to listen. People need to wake up. You know, they say you have a third eye right here. It's time to open that eye up, people. It's time to open it up. And when you open this up, open up your heart. Because then and only then will all this foolishness go away. There's a lot of foolishness out there. A lot. And watching the news and watching everything else is not doing anything but creating more and more hatred out there, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. I'm scrolling through Facebook right now and I'm looking at all of this. I see one from Good Morning America saying that there's bombs all over Dallas. Why are you blowing up a city? What are you blowing up a city for? It's stupid. 11 officers shot, 4 killed. Don't forget about that one civilian. It's as I'm scrolling down my timeline, it's it's post after post after post of hatred, and this is not what we're better than this. We're better than this as a people. We used to be we used to be the greatest country in the world. Used to be. But now, like one of my Facebook friends said, at a loss for words. We're becoming a third world country right before our own eyes. One of the richest countries in the world is becoming a third world country. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I see it was a protest in Atlanta. I saw it was a protest in Chicago. It's 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 okay to protest. Like I was saying, it's okay to protest, but it's ridiculous. Erica Badu, she said it was a rally in Dallas, peaceful protest. Citizens expressing how they feel about the recent police shootings. Shots fired in real time while we watched on TV. All news outlets began recapping and reporting. Twitter, phone, video aired with audio of multiple rounds, sounded like more than one person. Channel 4 reports, now these are TV stations in Dallas. Channel 4 reports that 2 officers are shot. Channel 8 witness interview live says she saw snipers in a building window. Channel 5 reports witness heard 60 shots. Channel 5 reports police have cornered shooter in a building. Curious? Peaceful protest, shots fired. Fox News reports shot. Witness spotted sniper. Math? She said, do the math. Shooting stage, give police permission to act with martial law. I was going to talk about martial law next. I'm glad she said that. Make organizers afraid to protest. They won't find snipers. They frame blacks instead. Math number 2. Angry civilian or civilians shoot rounds. Cornered in building goes to jail if white, gets shot if black. Math number 3, just don't know. This is all very preliminary. Update, 10 officers down. Update again, 11 officers down. Martial law. Martial law is when the government acts instead of the police. That means instead of having little police departments, little police forces in your city, in your town, your village, wherever you're from, you have the United States government policing your streets. So anything that happens to them, it becomes a federal offense. Throw a rock at them. Shoot one. Now it's federal. Martial law, any rules, any laws that was written in your city, in your town, in your village are null and void now. Because martial law, they make the law. They are the law. So what they say goes. This is what you want. Yeah, it is. It is what you want. You want to know how I know this is what you want? Because you're out there shooting. You out there burning cities, rioting. You know, y'all out there raising hell when it's supposed to be something peaceful. Yes, we're hurt. I'm hurt. I told one of my white friends yesterday. First time in my life that I'm afraid for myself and my sons. Like I told y'all yesterday, you know, in black families, you're told when you're born in this world, you're born with 2 strikes, being black and being a man. I can get that other strike anywhere, anytime, it doesn't matter what I do. I could bend down and tie my shoe the wrong way. I can sneeze in front of a police officer. I can cough up something and spit it out, and I'm going to jail, or I can be shot. Did you know that spitting on the ground is against the law in Chicago? It is. Look it up. It was a law from the 1800s, back when Chicago had wooden streets. You couldn't spit on the ground, because that way, if you was infected with something, it travels in your spit. That wooden ground, people was walking around with no shoes on. They get a splinter or something in their foot, and it's laced with your spit. Whatever you have, you can transmit it to somebody else. So it's a law. Look it up. But what can we do? People, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. We need to quit all this. We need to come together. We need a peaceful resolution. I was telling one of my coworkers' wives because she's seeing all this going on, and it's upsetting her like it's upsetting everybody else. I told her it's only going to get worse before it gets better. I don't know about you, but I want to be here, alive, free, to see things get better. Like I told y'all yesterday, we all, we all are part of the problem. We all are. The difference is, will you stand up and make things better? Or will you sit back and continue to allow all this to go on? Yeah, I heard that the difference between back then and now is that there's a lot more smartphones out there. You know, people are seeing what's going on. But let me ask you this. Excuse me. Let me ask you this. Out of all the shootings and killings that were caught on video, how many people have been prosecuted? How many people have actually served time for the list of murders that I read off yesterday? But it was a lot pending investigation. And you know what happens to those that are pending investigation? Yeah, they may get demoted, they get a desk job, they may go on temporary vacation pending investigation, don't get fired. Most get a slap on the wrist and put in a different area, put in a different precinct so they can be safe. It's what's real. And we can't sit back and completely put these things in our own hands. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing more and more lives over. You know, I was talking about Facebook. I had a couple Facebook friends. They posted memes saying, if you're anti-police, unfriend me. And I told one of them, it's not that we're anti-police. Because not all police are bad. Some are bad. Not all. Some are bad. Some are putting on the badge and it's a get away with murder card. And even though it's being filmed on the phones, being broadcasted on Facebook Live, these men are getting away with murder. And while they at home with their kids, with their wives, their loved ones, their families, there's another person in the morgue. It's another family whose heart is broken. It's another kid who's crying themselves to sleep at night because their father is not coming home. People are constantly saying, yeah, blue lives matter. All lives matter. Yes, all lives matter. I've never once said that all lives did not matter. I never said that blue lives never mattered. Blue lives do matter. Just like black lives matter, blue lives matter, white lives matter, brown lives matter. Whatever you want to hashtag to say lives matter, they all matter. But right now, right now, we're having so many black people killed for no reason. None. This is ridiculous. What are we supposed to do? What can we do? I saw a Facebook post of a police officer who got bit by somebody he was apprehending. Yeah, I understand that, you biting somebody, they can still transmit something through their saliva. I understand this. But they was praying for this man like he got shot. Oh, thank God you're okay, and this, that, and the other. He was okay. I saw another picture of an off-duty white police officer helping somebody with their car, and the caption was, "I bet this won't make the news." No, it won't. It won't make the news. That won't make the news. Just like the 16-year-old girl that graduated college with honors, or the little 9-year-old girl that created a multi-million-dollar business selling lemonade. That won't make the news. The news is about promoting negativity. The news is about making us hate one another. And we're stupid enough to follow along with the news. The news is telling us who to hate, how to hate them, and why to hate them. And we're dumb enough to do it. Because people are too damn lazy to go search for the facts themselves. This is just this is just too much, man. This is just too much. You breaking you breaking up families. How can you go to sleep at night? Now, and I'm not just talking about the police. I'm not talking about the police. I'm talking about everybody that's going out there taking somebody's life. How the fuck can you go to sleep at night knowing that you just took somebody's father, brother, uncle, son away from them? How can you? And then we got people that won't snitch, but they gonna have their phone out recording it the whole damn time, put it on Facebook, put it on World Star. Oh, but we ain't no snitch though. But when it happened to you, you want justice. We need to do better, people. We need to do better. We need to get down on our knees and we need to pray to whoever you pray to. If you pray to God, if you pray to Allah, you pray to Buddha, you pray to whoever. It's time to pray. Because here's the funny thing. The shooting that happened in Orlando, they said he was a member of ISIS. When he told the people in the bathroom, he said, "How many of y'all in here are black?" Somebody in the bathroom said, "It's about 6 or 7 of us in here." He said, "I want y'all all to know that I have nothing against you. I have nothing against black people. Nothing. I would not do this to hurt you because your country, United States of America, your country has been doing this to you, have been hurting you for years. You have a terrorist organization having pity for black people because of what the United States of America has done to us for over 200 and some plus years. What can we say to that? We're supposed to walk up to him and dap him and say, "Hey, dog, thank you, man, for saving my life, so the police can kill me." Type of really, come on. But we need to wake up. We need to come together. Black, white, whatever. You know, there's an old saying that if we're separate, we can do nothing. But when we fold our hand and make a fist, we can destroy a mighty nation. We need to come together, people. We need to come together. I hope, I hope and I pray that I don't have to make another one of these tomorrow. Because the dungeon was only supposed to be seen once a week. But as long as this stuff is going on, if I have to do this every single day, once I get out of school, finish homework, take care of kids, and jump on this computer and make another one of these videos until somebody says enough is enough, I'm going to do that. I'm going to play my part. I'm not here to criticize. I'm not trying to target anybody. I'm not trying to say it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. I said I'm a part of the problem. I said that yesterday. I also asked you yesterday, how many of y'all are willing to admit that you also are part of the problem? We need to come together, people. We need to come together. We can't get on Facebook and talk all this stuff. I literally seen people on Facebook screaming, "Fuck the police." That's not making anything better. That's making it harder on us, our kids, our grandkids, our parents, our grandparents. We need to make a change. We need to do something. It's time. It's beyond time. Black people, look at me. Wake up. Wake up. Because everything that Malcolm did, everything that Martin did, everything that all these people have done, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's where we gonna when are we gonna just learn that things need to be, they need to be, I don't even know how you want to say it. Um, I don't even know how to. It's we. I see. I can't even say anything. All the stuff that Martin did, all the stuff that Malcolm did, all the stuff that Medgar Evers done, JFK, Bobby, even Ted, all the stuff that helped the progression of black people in this country. And we out here throwing it away for what? All those marches, the march in Selma, the march to D.C., the bus boycotts, the segregation, Ruby Bridges. What are we doing? What are we doing now? All that stuff was for nothing. It's time to wake up, people. It really is. And like I said yesterday, we have to do something. And I challenge everybody out there to do something. Do something. Help somebody. I'm finna wrap this up. Like I said yesterday, keep God first, people. Keep God first. Because now is the time. We need him now more than ever. Pray for one another. Tell everybody when you see them. Tell them, I love you. Because you don't know if that's going to be the last time you get to tell them. Hug somebody. You see that little badass kid on the street? Give him a hug. Because he's probably not getting one at home. You give him a hug and you tell him that I believe in you. Save a kid. And I guarantee you that kid will never forget. Never forget something as small as a hug and you telling them that I believe in you, even if you don't mean it. He didn't know that you didn't mean it. But I guarantee you he's going to do something in his life and he's going to do it because of you. Or she's going to do it because of you. Because you took the time to give them affection and tell them that you love them and that you believe in them. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. People, we have to do something. We really do. The stuff needs to change. We can't be out here shooting and killing each other, stringing people from trees like with Christmas ornaments. We can't do that. This is not the 30s. This is not the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. We've came too far to go back. We have everybody laughing at us. We have everybody laughing at us, and it's time to quit being a joke. And it's time to take our place and be a strong, powerful nation once again. But it won't change until y'all are ready to change. That's the bottom line. It won't change. So we have to do this thing day by day. So do it day by day. Do it hour by hour. Do it minute by minute if you have to. It's okay. And like I told y'all yesterday, I'm going to tell y'all every time I do a podcast, I love each and every one of you. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Keep God first. Keep him first. To my fallen soldier, this has been The Dungeon. Been your host, Patrick Cherry. Like I said yesterday, I'm not going to say goodbye, but I will say until we meet again. And I'm out.